Okay, it is rolling. So be very welcome once again to As Above So Below. This is rolling, finally. If you hear any fuss, sounds, anything, it's just Christmas time. It's just Christmas time, okay? So I hope you all well, okay? This has been quite a journey because I wanted to reach you guys earlier, but I had some health issues. This time of the year, it's quite normal. But on top of that, I had a problem with the tooth. So if I sound a little bit weird with some words, it's because I still don't, I haven't recovered my sense of smell and taste. I think I got COVID all over again, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had to take a tooth. No, that's an issue. So I cannot feel my tongue, and there are some words that, they're not going to be proper spelled. So bear with me, okay? Fingers crossed. So today we are here reunited to talk about the predictions of for 2025. Whew, this is going to be quite a ride, okay? I don't know where to begin. I just made so many notes. I just have written them since 18th of November, and here I am. Okay, guys. So 2025, I feel it's going to be a lot about shedding shadows and prepare for the end of a cycle, because 2025, if you do the math, it's summation of the numbers. It's numerologically speaking, blah, you see this is a year of 9. Okay, in numerology, 9, it's not only representing the energy of the hermit, but also the planet of Mars. And I have been, since I was a kid, I've been in love with synchronicities. I feel that that's the main thing about divinatory arts. That's how we acknowledge our intuition as well, okay? And that's how you feel that every single thing is connected, okay? So for me, 2025 being a year of Mars, for me is quite synchronistically speaking, a very curious event, because uh, last year we had the North Node in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and the South Node was in Libra. So we have been trying to search for different ways of, doing justice, by trying to waking up our community for different things that have been coming up. I'm my brain is in a haze of all the things that happened in the last year. We have been more I don't know, more fierce, more fierce in the search of justice, and we have been more I don't know, egotistically speaking. We have been more self-assured, which is a good thing if we're searching for healing. But if our ego is still not healed for some reason, we're going to be quite violent. So North Node in Aries the last year was also about violence. Okay, we have all these wars. They are still, they have been brewing since the 90s, okay, because Saturn is in Pisces. So Saturn is trying to tame the minorities and all the questions, the big questions that we've been hiding under the rug, like what are we going to do with refugees? What are we going to do about the people that are still don't have any place to go? What are we going to do with the wars that started, I don't know, in the beginning of the 20th century, and they are repeating cycles from 30 to 30 years ago? And so we are 2025 is actually trying to acknowledge a new way to transmute this energy, okay? And it's not a fun, it's not all, no, it's not going to be a fun year. It's going to be have lots of good things. I feel that I'm going to talk about the good things, of course, not only the bad things. But it's a year of shedding shadows and try to, you know, end up for good with certain types of hate and fear. I know this is quite an utopian wish, you know, I'm all about wish fulfilling, but well, I'm a Pisces woman. I cannot, you know, I cannot do better than this. I cannot do better than this. So, well, it comes with the territory. So, it's the year of 9. I'm going to talk a little bit about the archetype that we can find in this number. It's the number of the Hermit, okay? And the Hermit, what the hell is the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit is this person, it's this archetype, this representation of a man that is searching for life and light inside himself. You see, he has a maze, you know, all over his face, and his thought is leading him through logic, okay? So I have the second synchronicity for this year that is quite beautiful, is that the North Node is going to be in Pisces. So the South Node is going to be in Virgo. That's the sign that represents the Hermit in Tarot. The other one, the Piscean one, is what rules intuition and feeling, not logic, okay? So I feel that we're going to, the message for this year is to try to find light, not only in logic. Come on, we already have Pluto in Aquarius. It's going to stay there for the next 20 years. I feel that we're not only going to understand truly this message in 2043 onwards, okay? And I'm being really seriously about this because I'm a Piscean myself, and in that, you know, that year Pluto is going to transit into Pisces. So I want to be alive by that time to see what humankind, our everyone, you know, has reached by then. Okay, not only technology and all the things that can, you know, help us, you know, overcome the darkness and be better, you know, in, because, you know, Uranus has been in Taurus. We have been, you know, trying to overcome the way that we have been, you know, badly exploring our resources and the earth and water. So I feel that, you know, having the North Node, this is the beginning of many things that are going to be connected with telepathy and spirituality. Well, I'm going to talk about that. You know, Neptune is going to switch into the sign of Aries. Saturn is going to move into the sign of Aries. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about all these things. But the North Node is going to be ruled by the moon, okay? It's going to bring a little bit of confusion because people do not feel awakened by their own intuition. So they go through a dark night of the soul that is, you know, only trusting logic and not their gut feeling, okay? So this archetype, the Hermit, is someone that searches for life while surrounded by, you know, darkness and hopelessness and sometimes confusion, you know. And this confusion is mainly because they do not trust their intuition. They only trust what they see, okay? And that's what they follow. So this is the main thing. The key for 2025 is the switch of the North Node not being in Aries but being in Pisces, okay? So the next 18 months the North Node is going to be in Pisces and is going to influence a lot of our perception and our goals, okay? This is the single most important change in 2025 in my opinion. And since the year of 9, we have been talking about year of 9 connects with with aggressiveness of discipline. Okay, we have to find a new kind of discipline in our own intuition, in our hope and faith, because that's what Pisces rules. Pisces rules faith and hope. Okay, so I feel that we're going to feel until 2026 the urge to be more open, more empathic, okay, with our sense of hopelessness, because I feel many of us already felt this, but I feel that many of us have faced difficult situations that only hope and faith could bring the answers. I'm one of them, okay? And I've been one of them since I was a kid, and I'm still one of them. So I'm not going to cry, but that's it. I feel that, you know, humankind needs more and more of this kind of discipline. That's the kind of discipline that flows, that simply flows, that's not surrounded by I have to achieve that through that that way, that means, and that kind of, you know, scrupulous strategic way. Okay, so mine, this is really complex north node. It's not only, okay, I have the north node in Aries, and I felt that. I felt it because my Mars is in Aries as well. I felt the urge to be more assertive with myself, and that's what we're going to ask for Pisces as well during this whole year, to be more assertive, because we need people that believe they do not have to have all this, you know, all this this strategy. We need people who believe, okay, and let go, because this is about letting go of old ways, old beliefs, old routines, you know. Virgo is all about the body, it's all about health. So during 2025 we're going to talk a lot about new conditions, new laws, new ways of working, of respecting our health, our mental health as well. I cannot stress enough that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini in Virgo at the same time. So it's all about the mind, and the mind influences everything. Okay, our soul influences our mind, and our mind influences every single thing. So this is all about going about, you know, letting go of old ways, old beliefs connected to health and work. And since the north node is not going to be in Aries, so the emperor, that's the archetype of Aries, it's not going to be the one that's going to lead the way. Perhaps the hanged man, perhaps the high priestess, perhaps the moon is going to be the energy that's leading the way. I have to remind you guys that 30 years ago, precisely under Saturn in Pisces, we had, for instance, two heroes that are quite the archetype of the fallen hero, of the martyr, of the one that observes, that meditates, that sacrifices himself. So we have Nelson Mandela, we have Kurt Cobain, people that fought through resistance, you know, in different ways. I'm giving two examples that crossed my mind right now, but there are people that connected to other people through silence and observation and meditation. So it's not going to be the one that fusses about something, that says we have to fight for something. It's the one that's most empathic and can, you know, understand the layers of of emotion and the things that people are feeling. Okay, so this is going to be the theme, and it's quite, this is a very abstract axis, you know. In astrology, Virgo, Pisces, they are the opposite of each other, as you know, and it's a quite complex, it's really complex, because one, it's all about factual and things that are precise and objective. In the other, it's about abstraction. Okay, it's about imagination, it's about sabotage, it's about Martyrdom is about silence, it's about faith. Okay, so it's completely different, it's the opposite. And we are in the era of that everything is factual, everything is precise, everything has to be proved, everything has to be observed. Okay, so we are here, we're going to be feeling, you know, all the feels during 2025, and we have to mind ourselves not to become aggressive through our feelings and our really strong emotions, because while we are feeling, you know, this transition from the North Node in Aries into Pisces, this is going to be the main energy that's going to, you know, be surrounding this transition. And it's the energy of the Tower. This is Mars. Okay, this is the sign, this is the symbol of Mars in astrology. And the Tower is the card of about letting go, is the card of destruction as well. So we have to mind ourselves about our thoughts, we have to mind ourselves about our health, but most of all about the way that we are believing in ourselves, the way that we are just letting go of old ways and things that do not serve us anymore or any longer. Okay, so this is the card of just letting go, like a virus, like something that doesn't belong to your system. This is letting go, it's shedding skin, you know. I cannot, this is not a traditional card. This is the Rorik Tarot. But traditionally, usually the Hermit is represented not only with the light, but also with the snake. And the snake is about medicine, okay? So we have to mind ourselves that 2025 is the end of a cycle. I don't know what year you are right now. Mine is going to be the year of 4, so lots of work in this kind of transmutation. But I'm here for it, okay? So before I move along with the most and the most important dates of the year, I have to tell you guys that there are some favorites this year. I cannot stress this. There are some, you know, there are some signs that are going to have more opportunities than others. I feel that the two most, you know, the most, they're going to make the most of it in two very different with two very different energies. The Cancer sun signs in first place, of course, Gemini as well, but with the least with a different energy actually. So Gemini, Cancer, Taurus as well. And I feel that Libra is going to have like a moment of rest. I hope so. Sagittarius is going to make the most of it with family. Pisces, of course, I feel that we are going to have our moment to build something important for the last couple of years. And Virgo, you're going to have the opportunity to you know, remind of yourself of who you are. Okay, so the rest of the signs, it's not that they are not going to have good things during 2025, but these are the main characters this year. Aries, you're going to have to rest a lot. Okay, I'm going to talk about each one of these signs, so don't worry. Aries is going to have to rest a lot and work smarter, not harder. Okay. Leo, you have to learn to share and make the most of your finances. The same for Aquarius, that you are changing so many things at the same time in your life. Capricorn, you have some major decisions to do this year. Scorpio, you are slaying like hell, so keep going. And that's it. So right now we're going to dive into the most important dates of the year, and then I'm going to talk about each one of the signs and each sign I brought a different card. Okay, I brought a different card to talk about the 12 sun signs. So the most important aspects of 2025, I have to mention the first one, and this is in a countdown. Right now, I don't like, people to with with countdowns. Actually, usually, you know me, I don't do this. Okay, I do not like to compare aspects, but 2025 is forcing me to do so. So here are the most important aspects of 2025. The first one is, with no doubt, I've been talking about this since 2021, 2020. And I feel, and I'm hoping that's the end of the war in Ukraine. Okay, that's the end of also a certain leadership, and you know what I'm talking about, in Russia. Saturn is going to make a conjunction with Neptune. This is the most important aspect in 2025. This is going to happen between June and July, and it's going to mark the collapse of certain leaderships in the world. Okay, so why am I doing, or putting this in first place? Because each time Saturn, that's about discipline and cohesion and time, and this, and leadership, meets Neptune, that's all about dissolving. Saturn is the earth, Neptune is water. So each time these two meet, it's time for ending something. Something's dissolving through Neptune. Okay, so the cohesion and the structure of Saturn is dissolving through Neptune. Okay, Saturn is going to meet in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces, and they are collapsing, and then they transit into Aries. You see, and Aries is all about leadership, new blood, directing something and making something new. So I really believe that since Saturn will be in Aries from the 24th of May into the 1st of September, because it has been in Pisces since the last 7th of March of 2023. The last time that Saturn was in Aries was between 96 and 98, and you can check on that particular phase. And when Saturn was in Pisces, it was actually when the USSR collapsed. So I feel, from 36 to 36 years, there's always a revolution in Russia. That's really on point. Every time Saturn occupies this place, there's something that's dissolving in that country. So I feel that's the Russian people that's going to be the main responsible. There are other major players in here, but I feel that something's going to happen from the summer of 2025 until February of 2026. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm just really I'm quite curious and hopeful of seeing more conflicts ending and more leaderships that are no longer serving us ending. Okay, so the next one, besides this conjunction between Saturn and Neptune, is of course Neptune. This is one for the books, actually, folks. This is one for the books, because it will be historic. This is a landmark. The first time that we're going to have Neptune in a different sign. So I'm asking you guys, what were you doing in 2011? I know what I was doing in 2011. So Neptune was in Pisces, okay? And it's going to be in Aries for the first time since 2011. It's going to be in Aries from the 30th of March until the 22nd of October, okay? And and then it's going to be, you know, in Pisces again, and then is from, you know, the 26th of January of 2026 is going to be there onwards until 2034. So spiritually we have been accomplished so many things. I feel that, okay, this is what I've been, you know, talking about. But I still feel, you know, because this is Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto in Aquarius is really, logically speaking, very aggressive. We are going to accomplish more things from 2043 onwards. I feel that you know, this is a time machine. I'm talking to my cell phone, and I'm just hoping that's what happens from 2043 onwards. Okay, I feel that we're going to accomplish so many things. I've been talking about Pluto and Aquarius for centuries, I feel, but and it's all about science and technology and community, but you have the dark side of this, you know, the lack of rules about the use of technology are a problem. Okay, so we have to do our homework for the last 20 the next 20 years. So spiritually we have been developed a lot, you know, and we have subjected also to a lot of misinformation. I feel that we have so many things, many people talking about spirituality in a very, very dangerous way. You know, spirituality is not about, you know, playing the drums and having, you know, cocoa ceremonies and, you know, cruising your path in your energy, which everyone that, you know, comes your way. I feel that we have been the word is banalizing, you know, everything has been, you know, have been, you know, subjected to this, because today, and fortunately, there's a democratic access to information, but I feel there's a lot of misinformation, you know, intent without essence. That's it. That's what I was trying to find. It's the intent without essence. You know, people claim they are very spiritual and they are going to change your world if you let them, because they are very accomplished and they are very spiritual and illuminated people. That those kind of people, they give me the creeps, and you have so many. They are, you know, they write books, they give autographs, they congregate, and you what you feel, and it's going to, you know, we've been subjected to so many, you know, phenomenons and cults. Actually what the word that I was going to choose is the cult. You know, for me spirituality is an open space of sharing. It's not paying for some experience that you're going to feel for a weekend and then be subjected by the rules of a cult or a group or something that you have to, you know, follow. Okay, so for the ones that are not feeling this message, I really don't care, because this is what has been happening, you know. And with Neptune transiting into Aries, we're going to have many people that are really going to follow this lead of cult leader. I'm the one who knows. I'm the one you have to follow, because if I did it, you can do it with no doubt. You know, each one of us has their own path in life, and I'm not questioning if you are able to offer a good service to other people, but if you're truly spiritual, you're not going to form anything, because, you know, people are, each one of us, the formula is there is no formula. Okay, I'm just sick and tired of listening to people saying they have a formula, that they are quite spiritual, that they're the ones who were chosen to show you the way. Okay, so these whole planned ceremonies, this fake guru shit, they're all going to be revealed. Okay, because we're going to going deep down the rabbit hole. People are going to find, they're going to find this, you know, because Pluto in Aquarius, they are not Pluto in Aquarius is not going to give any time of day of people with privilege, be it a privilege of status, be it the privilege of, you know, by birth, or privilege, you know, economically speaking or culturally speaking. That is not going to happen, you know. So if we are still stuck or hanging on to our status, the way that we were educated, so you're going to have a massive waking up call for the next 20 years, okay? It's not going to count at all. What's going to count is that you are alive, you think, you are a human being, you have talents, so put them to use for your well-being and others. That's all that matters, okay? So fake guru shit is going to be revealed. Neptune is going to transit into Aries, so between the 30th of March and the 22nd of October, there's some things that are going to be revealed. And everything that's connected to autocracy and dictatorship may come up, okay? Because people are so eager to have leaderships, you know, fake leaderships even, so because that's the old thing, you know. We invented gods, and we invented these divinatory entities when, you know, we should already have learned that everything is sacred, every life is sacred, everything that surrounds me has a specific energy. So this is quite a little bit controversial, but for me, every single thing has the possibility to become holy, okay? But not over, you know, overextending that holiness, that you isolate someone or an idea as something that is more than what it is, okay? So for me, this we have been, you know, seeing this all over again. People are so afraid to become responsible for their own lives and their own actions. They did all the things their parents told them, then they did all the things that their boyfriend, girlfriend told them to do, and then there's the government, and then there's, you know, the inheritance of their grandparents, and then there's what the country and religion told them to do, and so forth. And we have the capacity to, even surrounded by so many references, to make our own decisions. That's it. That's the only thing I wanted to tell you guys. So in third place, we have Uranus in Gemini. That's the third one I was going to talk about. Uranus in Gemini, from 7th of July until the 7th of November, Uranus is going to give us a boost in terms of technology, okay? We have, you know, the last time Uranus was in Gemini was during the Second World War, and we have, you know, the invention of telegraph and telescope and commercial TV and so many things that, you know, switched and evolved in a very specific, quick way. But we have to remind ourselves that Jupiter during this time is going to make a conjunction with Uranus, and Jupiter is going to be retrograde. So, and it's not in retrograde, sorry, it's in detriment. What? Fuck, sorry. So it's going to be in detriment. Why? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Gemini is the opposite sign of Sagittarius, of course, and then it's not very comfortable seated in this place. Okay, you already know this. Jupiter is making the conjunction with this, means that we have radical changes that are brewing, that are in place to be developed, but they are slow processing innovation, you know, or they are slow processing consumption. Like, we invented a really cool system but it's not going to be commercialized anytime soon. We need 2 more years or 3 more years. Okay, that's the thing that's about to happen in 2025. So what can I say? Innovation takes time, evolution takes time, everything takes time. Okay, even technology takes time. So this is the third one. I feel this is very cool thing. Since the South Node is in Virgo, perhaps we're going to have more innovation in, I don't know, in hospitals, or I feel that, it's going to be really connected with health. So let's, fingers crossed for that. So number 4, we have one of my favorites, of course, because Jupiter is going to hit the sign of Cancer. I'm not a Cancer myself, okay, guys, but it's going to hit the 5th house for Pisces. So it's going to be like expansion of creativity and romance and sexuality and, all things good, Well, we have to mind some things, but, it's all good. Jupiter in Cancer, it's all about growth and having babies and connections and being closer to family. It's the North Node is in Pisces. I feel this is going to be, in spite, every single generational planet is transiting into signs of air and fire. That's masculine polarity. But these ones, Mars is going to be in Leo, and then in Cancer, and then in Leo again, and then in Virgo, and it's going to be a little bit of everything. But Jupiter transiting into Cancer is like having like little oases of honey, okay, a little oasis of honey and sweetness, and it's going to be from the 9th of June until the 30th of July of 2026. And this is, like I said, it's the expansion of the importance we give to our emotions, our families, the connections that we have, the sweetness of it all. So this is one of the sweetest aspects of 2025, and it's expanding until 2026. So it's something to cherish. Okay, and I feel that we're going to be very mindful, amidst the aggressiveness of the year of 9, being ruled by Mars. I feel that, with this Uranus and Gemini, people are going to feel that we have to be more in touch with each other. And Jupiter in Cancer is all about connections. And in spite of, Neptune being, in Aries, and we're going to uncover all this shit connected to spirituality. There's some shit that is going to be uncovered. That's the good part. That's the investigation that is connected to telepathy and I don't know. There are so many investigations going on in psychology connected to drugs. What can it do for us? Okay, so it's not for everyone. Okay, of course. And spirituality, of course, is not for everyone. And I still don't know why people are so eager to impose this kind of perception into people. This is not for everyone. Okay, this is not for everyone. If someone has a south node in Pisces in the 12th house, spirituality is not what you have to focus on in your life. Consciously you have to be more discerning, more objective, more focused. That's your north node in the 6th house or in Virgo. So be focused. Okay, guys. So the 5th aspect is the 6 week that we're going to have. It's going to be a 6 week of, like hell. It's going to be really weird. Why am I saying this? Because this 6th week that we're going to have Venus retrograde between Pisces and Aries is not going to be a fun thing. Okay, this is going to happen between the 1 and the 20th, 7th of March, and then the 27th of March until the 12th of April, from the 1st of March until the 12th of April. So between these 2 days, please do not marry, please do not go into anything serious relationship wise, okay? Because this is the part where you put bad stories to bed and you end up some shitty cycles or karmic cycles. Pisces is all about karma. So we have something lingering with some frog that you don't know if it is a prince or a frog or a princess or a frog. Do not marry, do not commit yourself to anything serious, like buying a house, having a baby, marrying some person. Just don't do that, because we're going to take our rose-colored glasses during springtime, and it's going to be a kind of a violent wake-up call. So mind that. So these are the main ones. We have other things like Vesta in Ceres is going to water signs, and minor characters in the in universe that are going to give us like a little bit hump here and there. But these are the major transits during this year. So now it's the time for what I've we're already 14 minutes. I'm sorry. So sorry. We're already 14 minutes long. And right now I'm going to talk about each one of the 12 sun signs. I already told you, if you have stelliums or placements that are not your sun sign, read into them as well. It's going to be important, okay? So first one, Aries. Excuse me, okay? The first one is Aries, okay? And I've chosen the High Priestess. I just love these cards. Rory was such a painter. I don't agree with the meaning of them all or the symbology, but the imaginary that he has is just beautiful. So the first one, I was going to choose the Hangman, but I just thought, well, people are going to be so depressed if I come through with the Hangman. So I came through with the High Priestess. I feel that the Hangman is the strength that we have when we just stop and we change a perception about something or someone in our lives. The High Priestess actually in here is just amazing. I feel that's a good one. We have the moon in here. Most of the transits are going to hit, Saturn is going to hit your first house, Neptune is going to hit your first house, Chiron is still in your first house because it's going to be in Aries until 2027. So you're going to be feeling really connected with spirituality. You're going to feel really connected with yourself, okay? And there's something that I wanted to mention you because, since Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron are going to be in Aries, this is not a sweet ride, okay, guys? It's not. I've been dealing with Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn is about bones and discipline and obstacles, and I was just I was just laughing my ass off the last month because I was just like, okay, I know I have a tooth I have to get rid of, but come on, Saturn and Pisces, bones, are you kidding me? And I have two friends of mine that just broke their legs, one her foot and the other her leg, and they are Pisces as well. So mind your health during this 2025. This is all about working wiser, not harder. It's about taking naps, it's about taking time off. This is about being more disciplined about your desires, because Aries, they want to be the first in everything. They want to be the quickest, the ferocious one. And I feel that you're going to accomplish much more being just, lying down, just taking a rest, just, having a dream diary about your visions, then trying to materialize them. This is, the next phase, okay? And perhaps you're going to be a little bit frustrated with this. It's okay. Just, take time to breathe. Jupiter is going to be hanging between your third and your fourth house. So you have to be really discerning about the communication in your family. I feel that's going to be the main the main thing and the source of your happiness during this time is going to connect with other people. Pluto is changing the way that you connect with other people in your 11th house, and most of things are going to be seated in your identity house. So you are, while you're still wanting to, just, being eager to going to the next phase, you are, the universe is going to block some stops that you have to do there. You're going to be forced to stop, because you are still mutating and still, figuring out who you are during this time. Okay, the last year was really amazing for projects and things, but still you felt that you had to stop a little bit, and because you didn't have time to do all the things that you wanted to do, you felt a little bit frustrated, and you're trying to make them happen in 2025. But in 2024 you had to stop as well. But this one, because your north node is going to be in the 12th house and a south house in the 6th house, you're going to be forced to stop and taking care of your health, your system, the way that you work, because the 6th house is also about work. Okay, it's not only about health, it's about work. And stop and acknowledge your intuition and developing your faith system. That's it. Okay, it's a journey of processing. Okay, so I'm going to take a card for you guys, you Aries. This is a complementary thing, Aries for 2025, and we have inspiration. How amazing! Number 31, inspiration. Okay, and the back of the deck is progression, number 44. Just an amazing. That's why I was telling you, perhaps you feel that you have to accomplish something, but now we have to stop and just listen to your gut, okay, and your intuition. Now the next one is Taurus, and I have here abundance. Okay, this is just amazing. This card is the Three of Chalices, and I've just chose them because Uranus is going to be between your first and your second house. Jupiter is going to make they already make an aspect with it but it's going to be the fact that Uranus is in the second house, and you have so many things that are connected. Pluto is going to be on your 10th house for the next 20 years, and your north node is going to transit into your 11th house. That's the thing that you have to work upon, your connections, your relationships, your ambitions, and what you have to leave behind is the drama that you have the last couple of years. That's the 5th house, that's the drama, that's Leo, major Leo energy, and you have to just let it be. You have to let it be and just go with the flow. The most important thing right now is for you to be ambitious with your dreams, to take on opportunities that are connected to being part of a group. You don't have to mainly be the leader of the group, but these groups, these people, they are going to influence you majorly, and perhaps you already are in this path of taking opportunities with people that are strangers to you or have different kinds of ways of being or proceeding. Perhaps they are not meant to be your friends, they are meant to be people that inspire you in some way. But that's the thing that you have to follow during these years, where the people are, okay? To follow your dreams, to follow all your ambitions. So I've chosen the Three of Chalices for you guys, and I'm going to take a card for you as well. That's a complementary one for Taurus in 2025. We have the La Jeune Fille, the young lady, and Le Chagrin, the grief, what the patriarchy. I feel that you perhaps have been pulled in only one direction of proceeding, mainly connected to work, because Pluto being the 10th house, perhaps you felt that you had to follow certain instructions and certain rules of doing things. And because Saturn is going to move from your 11th house into your 12th house, and Neptune is going to be in your 12th house, you have to check on your script. Okay, your mindset is really important. You are still healing from certain things in your past. And because Chiron is also in the 12th house, you are going to heal the things that you thought you thought you had to accomplish, the things that you thought, your vulnerability. You're going to be more vulnerable and more open with other people, and perhaps this is going to happen in a group. This is going to happen group wise, and I feel that friendship, I might be wrong, but I feel that friendship and work are going to be all connected in 2025 for you guys. So do not be afraid to be vulnerable and to be yourself. This is really major because I feel that you are going to avoid people who have this kind of energy that they thrive on drama and trying to evolve their power around manipulation. I feel that perhaps in you were really adapted to gossip in the last years, couple of years, but right now just all about being mindful and be objective and trying to do things in the most correct way possible. Okay, you're not entertaining these people any longer, or dramatic dynamics that really drain you. Okay, that's the South Node in the 5th house. So now we have Gemini. Okay, and Gemini, what do we have here? I feel that you're going to kill me, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. I have the 4 of Swords. This is an amazing year, don't get me wrong. That's why I was telling that between Gemini and Cancer is a very different energy, but this is necessary. Okay, the 4 of Swords is the card of lying low, being mindful and aware that you have so many things that you have to heal first. And I'm telling you this because Pluto is going to already changed into your 9th house, and it's the house of traveling, it's the house of expansion, it's the house of truth and being mindful of certain things. And Saturn is transiting to the 11th house, and you have Neptune and Chiron and Saturn in the 11th house, and you have all these things going on. And Uranus is also in your 1st house, so many opportunities and things, different things that you feel that you are in a roller coaster. Okay, and perhaps you thought that you could take upon all the opportunities, but now you feel you have to be more discerning. And Jupiter is going to make a conjunction with Uranus still in 2025 in your sign, so you have to be really mindful, really present, really objective with the opportunities that you want to seize, that you want to take. Okay, so why is this 4th sword right here? Because you have to heal of certain aspects. If not, you're not going to be able during summertime, during springtime, to take on these opportunities. You need to rest. You need to decide what is most important for you. You cannot take all the opportunities all at once. Okay, you cannot. It's not possible. Okay, perhaps you promised more than you could deliver. Perhaps you are feeling down with yourself in the last couple of months in 2024, but still you are hopeful and you are grateful of having through this process discovered what you actually want to do, where really you want to do, what are the people that you really can count on. Okay, this is all necessary for your journey. Okay, and having Mars in the between your 2nd and 3rd house, it's the 3rd house actually right now. This is really important for you to speak up, to say what you want, to say what is important to you. and you have to really take care of yourself. Okay, nobody has, has knows the dimension of what I'm telling you, because the North Node during 2025 until 2026 is going to be on your 10th house. That's ambition, that's career, that's expansion. And I felt that you have been, for the last couple of months of 2004, you have been, oh shit, I've been so I don't know, I have been so stupid in spreading all my energy and trying to, take places in every single space that I could, and perhaps that project's not really important to me, and perhaps I felt that I had to, try to do all these things all at once so I could, seize all the opportunities. But it's not like that. You have to heal, you have to rest, you have to be mindful, you have to be present, and that's the way that you can accomplish your full potential. Right now, once again, I don't see a very big year for family or romantic relationships. All Gemini, I'm always asking me this, not the big year, because the South Node is in fourth house, so you have to, that's why I'm putting the fourth of the swords in here, because you have to deal with old emotions, old things, perhaps family, perhaps values, perhaps, I don't know, houses, things that you have to sell. I don't know. There's something that you have to digest. Okay, something that you have to be rid of as well. Okay, if you have a house to sell, just sell it. If you have to agree with some, aunt, uncle, great grandfather, your father or mother, whatever, because this is the year to balance family and your ambition career-wise. Okay, that's why you have to get rid of stuff that are no longer serving you, get rid of drama, get rid of old emotions. Just be present and be focused, and taking on each obstacle one thing at a time. Okay, so this was really long for Cancer, no, for Gemini. But I had to, come on, we have Jupiter in conjunction with Uranus still. The North Node is in 10th house. It's a major thing. But, Taurus, that's why I'm just giving you the things that I have to deliver. There are some signs that simply don't have so many changes going on, okay? So this is going to be quite a year, God, for you guys. So Cancer. Oh, sorry, I didn't take the cards, the extra card for Gemini. Sorry, never mind. So what's the extra card for Gemini? Extra card for Gemini, so it's the complete lot. You see, we have the Temple and we have Novelty. See what I say? Temple, your body is a temple. Take care of yourself. Okay, just rest. That's the Four of Swords. This is like a bus stop. The universal bus stop. I'm saying, like, stop the fuck up and watch. Just be aware what are the things that are really important to you. What you want to accomplish. What is your legacy? What's the thing that you want to be yourself, not other people, yourself reminded of. Okay, from a legacy is the things that you wanted to do, not what other people want to observe or be inspired as well. That's mumbo jumbo. We are not sure that's going to happen, so we might as well do things that we want to. So the Temple and Novelties, and we have the Choice and the Tree of Life. So guys, a lot of things, and you have to just rest and drop the drama. That's it. Okay, it's just you cannot be everywhere at the same time. The Wheel of Fortune is for Cancers. Yeah, I've chosen the Wheel of Fortune. Perhaps it's the most positive cards that I've chosen, but you have to be mindful as well. You have Jupiter in here, of course. You have to be mindful as well that the Wheel of Fortune is really unpredictable. You can be, on the rise and on the low the next day. But I had to do this. The North Node is going to be on the 9th house. The 9th house. Hello. Sagittarius and Jupiter, and so it's so optimistic. Jupiter is going to be in Cancer. Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron is going to be on your 10th house. So you're going to be able to be more disciplined and heal for certain things that you didn't do in your career. So Gemini and Cancer have the time, they have the opportunity of a lifetime to manage what, but mostly Cancer, okay? We have the opportunity to orient, to be more orientated and be more focused on the things that you have to do during this year. You know, Pluto is in the 8th house. You have so many things you have to digest, you know, in your intimacy, and things that you thought wouldn't be possible in this lifetime. You have Uranus transiting into the 12th house and 11th house, so you're becoming more discerning. So, as I was saying before, this has just cut out of nowhere. I was just saying that the Wheel of Fortune for Cancers, it represents a great deal, because not only you're going to have this stellium in the 10th house, okay, and Pluto is still working on your unconscious and the things that you have to be mindful of in the next 20 years, okay, because the 8th house is all about trauma and, you know, digesting like really big things. Jupiter is going to make a conjunction with Gemini in the 12th house. So it's just like you are eager to expand your dreams. You are eager to expand everything. Your North Node is going to be on the 9th house. And the 9th house is Jupiter, is Sagittarius, is optimism. It's just like expanding in complete new ways that you were not expecting. Okay, it's just to be having the faith, because Jupiter is also about faith, is the planet of expansion and faith and growth, okay? So having this magnificent Jupiter in conjunct with Gemini, you know, Jupiter in Gemini conjunct Uranus in Gemini, and then Jupiter is going to transit into your 1st house, you're going to feel so powerful, okay? You're going to feel really and truly powerful. And Mars is going to be in Cancer as well, and so you're going to, in the first, perhaps the first 5 months, you're going to feeling this really different energy, but you don't know how to address it. And then you're going to, like, step by step, you know, between March and May, you're going to feel like a really different direction, and, you know, and a new energy, because, and you're going to change your mindset as well, because the South Node is on your 3rd house, and you're going to be reviewing what you once thought it was true, okay? Because the 9th house is like a new reality in front of you, okay? It's just expanding. It's getting into the university again, dropping universities, being, you know, being eager to expand your vision, to create more. 9th house, you have, it's, you know, it's an obligation this year for all the Cancer sun signs to, you know, leave your house with nothing but your passport, but you have to travel, okay? It's going to be mandatory this year for you to guys travel, because there are going to be so many opportunities within the reach of, you know, like changing, I don't know, visiting a specific place, or just, you know, deciding that you have to change the country where you work at, or where you are living in, okay? So there are so many things that you're going to accomplish just by traveling, you know, like connections with other people. There's really a really amazing potential, mainly from June onwards, okay? Your solar return is going to be fire, so, you know, you have to take, you know, you have to take responsibility and be very, very, very focused this year, so you don't miss a bit, okay? So a card for you guys for 2025, and you have serenity and water. So are you going to travel into a place full of water? Are you going to be, you know, benevolence? You're going to feel really in gestation. You're going to feel this energy, and young man, the field, this is just, you know, this is just peaceful, okay? This is going to feel like things are going to fit in organically from your birthday onwards. Okay, the first couple of months you're going to feel like, okay, I'm eager to do something different, but I don't know how. I don't know if this is right. And you're still working on with, you know, this Uranus in your 12th house. Perhaps there's an expansion of fear or expansion of, you know, curiosity, because the 12th house is all about dreams, but also self-sabotage. So there's so many things here that you have to work on. Okay, mainly your mindset. Okay, your mindset is really important for you to work on, because it's going to be the solid rock when you're going to stand in for the next couple of years, or it's going to be really difficult for you to be optimistic. Perhaps you're going to expand really quick, and then you're not going to really know how to deal with that kind of success. So one step at a time, travel, meet new people, review your mindset. Okay, what you thought was your limit is actually the start. Okay, this is a new start for Cancers, and you know, this is the the main figure for 2025, besides of course Pisces. They're not going to get it easy, but what is easy, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't work, you know, because if you want something long term, you have to work for it, but you also have to be awakened for the opportunity. And perhaps there are so many opportunity passing us by, and we are like, okay, I didn't realize that it was an opportunity, god damn it. So it just went by, you know, and you didn't even know, because you thought that was, you know, you were blinded by fear, or you thought that wasn't for you, or it was just too much. So, you know, Cancers, just go for it. Now we have Leo. Okay, and Leo, I've chosen the Four of Pentacles. Once again, it's the number 4. I don't know if I'm being influenced by the fact that I'm going to be a number 4 this year, but I felt that it's going to be a good shot. You know, number 4, it's quite compatible with 9 actually. It's structure, and then we have +5, that's the whole cycle, the whole shebang of chaos and creativity until you get into the year of 9. So Leos, I've chosen the Four of Pentacles because what you're going to need in 2025 is to be grounded, is to assert yourself, is to be mindful of your finances. I'm telling you this because Saturn, Neptune, Chiron is going to be on your 9th house, and your North Node is going to be on your 8th house. So much of your accomplishments are going to come from the intimacy, the partnership that you're going to establish with more than one, like maximum 2 or 3 people. Okay, and the South Node is in the 2nd house, so this reminds you of just, you know, stay grounded. Do not spend more than you have. Do not try to overextend yourself, you know. This year, less is more. I'm telling you guys, because, you know, already know Pluto is in your 7th house for the next 20 years, and you are reviewing what it means to be connected with other people. So it's not only about you and what you want to accomplish, but to respect the light of other people as well as your own. Okay, so having Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, and of course Mars is going to be in Leo as well in the beginning of the year. Even if it's retrograde, it gives you a little bit of frustration. And you're going to have Jupiter between your 11th and your 12th house. So this is a sign for you to review who are the people that are important, what are your priorities, mainly your priorities in finances, mainly your priorities in you know, sharing with other people, because the 8th house is not only about death, can be a huge transformation in your family or in, you know, within yourself, because the 8th house is changing changing skin, okay? Be completely, perhaps you're going to be taken or feeling that you're be taking a side or being a little bit isolated, a thing that you are, that I've been feeling, that you have been, you know, feeling a little bit. It's not like 2020, it's not like 2019. I feel that you have been a little bit isolated lately and trying to figure out how to reinsert yourself, how to reassure that your light is respected and that the people that are beside you or that are next to you, that are genuine, that are loyal, because Leo is all about loyalty. Okay, I understand that. But right now, Pluto's in Aquarius. It is all about community. It's all about sharing. And sometimes Leo doesn't like that kind of, you know, dynamic. I respect that as well. We all are made of different energies. And right now, Leo is trying to assert themselves. Okay, even if in this kind of change and turbulence, Leo is all about maintaining tradition and being self-absorbed a little bit. So I feel that you have to analyze, you know, the next years and mainly 2025. Who are the people who are loyal to you? Who do you respect? Okay. Do not be surrounded by people just because they give you compliments that are easy compliments. Okay, you have the four. This is Four of Pentacles. This is the Sun in Capricorn. This is power. Okay, so I feel that the power lies not only within you, but the intimacy and the depth of the connections that don't have to, you don't have to have a lot of people around you. You don't need fans even. Perhaps that's what you're, you know, discovering right now, or you will discover in 2025. You don't need people to adore you. You need people to respect you. Okay, so this is a new reality for you guys. Perhaps you're going to have a major wake-up call, because this is the ninth house. This is about truth. This is about the spirituality. This is about discipline. And having the North Node in the 8th house, I feel that you are going to see the blessing in being connected so deeply to another person, not only connected to yourself, but deeply connected to another person. And mainly, perhaps you're going to obtain a lot of gains through other people, through a spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend, someone, even through death of someone that you once cared a lot, or was you care deeply. I'm not saying that there are going people to die, but having a North Node in the 8th house is trying to be what's the word, to be comfortable with change, because the 8th house is change, is even, you know, observing the change of other people and see how, oh my god, how she or he was my friend, they're completely changed, but perhaps you already changed as well. Okay, so the 8th house is about death, it's about change, it's about sexuality, it's about intimacy, it's about be mindful of who you are surrounded with. What are the people that really would take a shot for you, who would be really in your face and tell you the truth if you need it. Okay, so this is the year for that. Okay, this is I'm not, you know, sugarcoating anything. This is a year that's going to change completely the way that you view other people, the way that you view yourself. You can lose, but by losing, winning. Okay, and this is the North Node in the 8th house. Okay, I'm going to take an extra card for you. And, you know, because the 8th house, not only losing, is like winning and figure out truly what your power is. It's not I'm not sugarcoating, but, you know, it's figuring out what truly is your power through a series of obstacles and powerful experiences that have to deal with, you know, being deep and being present when you need the most. Okay, these are intense experiences. Okay, we have the mariage celeste and the notaire. Perhaps you have something indecision and you have something connected, and the law. You have something connected to the law that's going to be settled in 2025. I don't know if this is a divorce. I don't know if this is something that is connected to a spouse or something, but it's connected to a place where you live. It could be a house. And I feel there's a really deep connection that is changing, and it's changing you, and you're not going to feel or be the same after this year. Of course not. This is major transformation, really, because even though Pluto in the next 20 years is going to be in the 7th house, so you are not dealing with people the same way. Hell no. Okay. Now, the next one, sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, as I already told you. We have the Ace of Swords, and I've chosen the Ace of Swords for Virgo. Okay. So why have I chosen the Ace of Swords for Virgo? Because Virgo, this year, your North Node is going to be on your 7th house, and the South Node is going to be in a 1st house. So what does this mean? This means that you're going to be dealing with other people in partnerships, not just in the same intense fashion that Leos are going to do this job, but Virgos, you are going to be really eager to be around other people in a very different way. You're going to be more assertive. You're going to be more observant. You're not going to be so eager to absorb the energy of other people, but to observe. That's our two different things. Okay, so Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron are going to be in your 8th house. It means a transformation, a very intense one as well, just like Leos are going to do. But because Jupiter is going to be between your 10th and your 11th house, you have here an extra shot of energy to transform and make the most of your career and your job, because Uranus is going to be between your 10th and your 9th house. It's going to be a whole different thing. Okay. So I feel that you're going to be in partnership with other people. I feel that you're going to be more assertive with the things that you want. Perhaps you have been feeling a little bit, I don't know, tired of always being on the back burner, being, the second choice, and having here Jupiter between your 10th and your 11th. It's going to give you a boost of, like growing. And because Pluto is in your 6th house in the next 20 years, it's going to change the way that you work, the way that you carry yourself, day by day, because the 6th house is also, serenity as well. We have studies in here. Okay, let me take another one. This is in an extra one. We have fidelity, we have we have soulmate, we have indecision, and we have intrigues. Dear Virgos, I feel that you're going to be carrying a lot, and we have studies and health as well. Okay, so I feel that there are two different themes in here. One is connected to your job. I feel that you're going to be really eager to expand. You're going to feel that you have an opportunity, you have a shot, you're having, you are transforming, but at the same time, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, this is a heavy load. And because of that, I feel that you're going to be really focused on your health, on your day-to-day basis, on studying perhaps. But nevertheless, you're going to, every single thing that is going to happen during this year is going to force you to address the thing that you are avoiding, that are relationships and partnerships. And so I feel that you're going to meet someone at your job, or someone, like being in the supermarket or doing exercise, or at the bus stop. Okay, and you're going to try to avoid this, but you're not going to be able to. Okay, right now, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron in 2025, they are going to make you, force you to address everything that is connected with sharing, with intimacy, with sexuality. That's why I've put, you know, Ace of Swords in here, because you are going to, in spite of all the studies, in spite of all the truth that you feel that you have been, you know, working on, there are other things that are more intense, they're raw, they're a little bit more in your face that you are expecting, and you have to address them. Okay. And perhaps you're living in stereotypical reality that, you know, a partner is supposed to be like this, or that person is supposed to be like that, and it doesn't work that way. You know, even with co-workers, you know, everybody has their own vision and their own experiences. um and I feel that during this year is like the little princess is forced to get out of the tower, and in spite of having, you know, the tower and the reality, you know, even for you guys that are having that are, you know, compromised, or having a boyfriend girlfriend, but perhaps your reality is going to wake you up for something deeper. Like yesterday, I just saw an hilarious movie. I'm going to talk about that movie like soon, I promise. It's called White Noise, and it's based in a Don DeLillo's book, his first book that was written in 1985, I think. And it's about a really dysfunctional, but it's also very functional couple, a middle-aged couple during the 80s, before the whole, you know, what's the word, the Chernobyl disaster, and they have a horrible disaster, and they're confronting with the end of their lives. But you know, life carries on, and this is a middle-aged American couple, and they all scared of dying, but they all do these really stupid things. But they are forced to confront themselves with the ugliness, and the raw, the raw factor that is to be alive, that is so scary. It's fucking scary, and we are always, you know, running away from each other, and we all have the same fears. And this couple is is forced to confront their truth, you know, and they have so many secrets and so many difficult things to deal with. But I feel this is going to be this year. So if you want to know how it's going to be your year, perhaps you have to watch The White Noise. It's currently playing on Netflix now. I'm not doing any kind of propaganda, but amazingly adapted, amazingly written, amazingly played, represented, how you want to put it. It has Adam Driver and Greta Gerwig. I just watched Barbie 2 days ago, so this has been so synchronously aligned. Has so been a lot of fun, really, watching both of them. And this White Noise is directed by Noah Baumbach. It is he's sorry, her spouse, her husband, sorry. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really a lot of fun. I feel they are really, they must have a ball, like writing those and adapting those kind of scripts, not arguments, sorry. Because the word in Portuguese for script is argumento, arguments, okay? And so it's a different thing. But yeah, you know, Virgo, you're going to face a lot of your fears. You're going to face a lot of your fears. Come on, Mars is in your 12th house right now. I feel that you feel a little bit paralyzed by things that you wish they were through, but they are not. So you are daydreaming. Uranus is going to be between your 10th and your 9th house. So there's a lot of things going on. And in the middle of, you know, so many important things are going to happen, you know, in your career. The main theme is to face fear, you know, face what you wanted to avoid. That's the raw thing about being alive. That's intimacy, that it's lying, that is cheating, that is avoiding pain, you know. So I feel that you have been living a life of avoiding pain, and this year you will you will have to review that, okay, for your own good, because the South Node is in your first house. That's your identity. So you are going to be, reviewing that a lot, okay? That's it. And take care of your health, okay? So the next one, we have Libra, and I've chosen Temperance, okay? So Temperance, what do we have here? Okay, this is Libra. The North Node is going to hit your 6th house, and the South Node is going to hit your 12th house. And meanwhile, you're going to have Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, every single thing, in the 7th house. And I feel that the main theme is you versus others, okay? It is it's not a repetition, I promise you, okay? You don't no longer going to have your South Node in your sign, but wait a minute, the focus is going to be focused. Sorry, the focus is going to be selective with the people who you're surrounded with, okay? I feel that you have been a little bit more mindful of who are the people that are really worth it to invest and say hello and ask how they are. But Saturn, hitting the 7th house, and Neptune in the 7th house, and Chiron in the 7th house as well, this is going to be a lot of work, okay? Pluto is in the 5th house, and it's making a big fuss over the next 20 years about what is, creativity to you. What is romance? Do you want to have children? Do you want to create more projects? What is going on, And Jupiter between the 9th and the 10th house, it's all about expanding, okay? It's all about expanding the way that you are going to work, okay? It's going to, this is so much fun right now, because this is going to transit into your 10th house, the Jupiter. So this is about expansion in your work as well, okay? But the first thing that you're going to have to mind yourself is your balance. That's why I chose Temperance, okay? Because the North Node is about your work, okay? So you're going to be selective, not only with the partnerships, not only with relationships. Your focus is going to be your work and your health this year. There's no turning back, okay? And you're going to work a lot of your inconscious, okay? Your dreams. Perhaps there are dreams that cannot be accomplished right now, but there are others who can. So go forward with them, okay? The fact that Jupiter is in between the 9th and the 10th house, it means that you're going to expand abruptly, okay? So you have to take care of your own body. You have to just, rest, and you're going to review, and perhaps you're going to change jobs, the job or the place where you work, okay? Or take more than one job. So just like Leo and Virgo, be mindful of and Gemini, of course, and of course Aries and Pisces. These are the signs that are going to be more, they're going to have to be more mindful with your own health, okay? Because you are more vulnerable, or you have to work a little bit more, or be more, the things are going to be a little bit more demanding, just that, okay? So the first thing is to take care of yourself. You're going to perhaps cut a lot of crap, because having this stellium, the 7th house, perhaps you're going to feel that you're a little bit isolated in your own success. That might happen. And just don't overwork yourself, okay? Just don't overwork yourself. So a card for Libra in 2025, progression, and of course grief, okay? I feel that the more you progress, we have traveling, we have concurrent, the more you progress, more you're going to leave something behind, okay? And perhaps there are people that no longer need to be in your life, even if they are, Pluto has just left 20 years of really difficult connections with family. Perhaps you're trying to assert yourself in your family, your needs, your wants, and perhaps there are no place for this kind of drama right now, because it's going to drain your health, okay? This is going to drain your health. It's not a good thing right now, okay? So the next one, we have Queen of Swords for Scorpio. Hello, darlings. So why? Because you're going to have Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, every single thing in the sixth house. So this is your health. This is your work. Okay. The North Node is going to be in your 5th house, and the 11th house is going to be in your South Node. So darling, there are so many people in your surroundings, friendships, connections. They are just going to be cut because you don't have the time and the energy to entertain drama. Okay. The drama that we're going to want to have is like, where am I going to be creative? Your North Node is in the 5th house. Do I want children? Do I want to create something for myself? Do I want romance? You're not entertaining other people's dramas no longer, okay? And having the 6th house in Saturn, in Neptune, in Chiron, everything is going to be, you're going to have a lot of things to work on, okay? A lot of things, actually, okay? Pluto's in your 4th house, so it's changing a lot of things in your emotions, the way that you feel, connecting other people, and Jupiter is between your 8th and your 9th house. So I feel this is going to be a mixed feelings this year, and I've chosen the Queen of Swords because I feel that you're going to be really objective, really in your face about what you want, okay? You're going to have to be very disciplined with your health because, hello, having Saturn in the 6th house, you're going to have going to feel a little bit low sometimes, and you're going to be more disciplined with the things you eat, where you sleep, and perhaps you are still, healing. You're still healing. You have Chiron in the 6th house, so there are so many things that you're feeling that you have to heal still. So Jupiter in the 8th house, it's going to be a good thing because from the 8th to the 9th house, you're still going to make good money, okay? And expanding something because Jupiter is, expanding in your 9th house. It's amazing. Perhaps you're going to travel, but you're not going to have as much time as people wanted you to have. Perhaps if you started something in a community, you're not going to have so much time this year because you want to travel, or perhaps you want to dedicate to a project of your own, okay? Uranus is between your 8th and your 7th house, so there are going to be merry twists and turns into your relationships and partnerships. So Queen of Swords is not taking any BS. It's going to be really in your face, right to the point, because you're not going to have as much as energy as you wanted, and you're going to be mindful of yourself. That's a good thing. So Scorpio for 2025, health and kids, okay? Health, and if not kids and work, perhaps, love. We have the tree of life. I feel that your family, the things that you created with someone, or having a kid, or creating a creative project that you have to, that you have to mind for yourself, it's going to be the most important thing, okay? Yeah, with no doubt. We have changes, we have benevolence, we have water. Yes, I feel that you're going to be really focused on your work, on your health, and your family, okay? And everything that is secondary to that is going to be cut off, and perhaps there are people who are going to be upset. You don't have anything to do with that, okay, darlings? That's it. So the next one we have Sagittarius, okay? And Sagittarius, this is going to be an amazing year for family because you'll have, it's going to have obstacles, of course, because you have Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron in your 5th house. So you are healing your inner child, or you are healing something that has to do with having a family, having a baby, creating something, giving something, birthing something into the world. Your Pluto is in your next 20 years on your 3rd house, so communication and having a new mindset is major right now. And having Jupiter in your 7th house, in your 8th house, it means like, seriously, if you do not marry this year, or if you don't have a baby this year, or if you don't constitute any family this year, I don't know, because your North Node is on your 4th house. So this is about celebrating, giving more space to your emotions, to your family, to expanding. If you've been thinking about, being more secure or feeling a little bit more secure, this is the year of change. Uranus is going to switch from the 7th house into your 6th house. So it's all about, perhaps changing work, having a little more money in and perhaps more time for your family. I feel that this is going to be, you know, the main thing in your life is going to be family. It's going to be emotions. If you're having, I don't know, if you're deciding to have a baby, it's not going to be easy, because, you know, Saturn is in our 5th house, so perhaps you're deciding not to have any children, or perhaps if you want to already are pregnant, perhaps you're going to have the baby in 2025, you're already pregnant right now, or perhaps you decide that you want to take a major project, a creative project on your own, and you're going to do it as a family, or going to do with your family. But, you know, the more important thing this year, the North Node is Sagittarius, the 4th house, is, you know, securing your emotions, your family, and, you know, your base, you know, your what's the word that I want to tell, your nest, okay? Your nest, your emotions, the way that you feel is the most important thing, okay? So I'm going to take a card for you guys. Okay. And we have La Montagne, the summertime. So this, like I tell you, we have night, we have concurrent. It's, I don't know, that's what I was telling you, in changes. I feel that you're going to meet someone. It doesn't mean marriage, it's going to be something huge, you know, because Jupiter, 8th house, as well means intimacy and money and expansion. So all can happen, okay, actually. Okay, so congratulations and carry on. So the next one is Capricorn, and I've chosen the Lovers. The Lovers means a choice, okay? And I've chosen the Lovers because the North Node this year is going to be on the 3rd house, and 3rd house is Gemini, is the energy of Gemini, it's the energy of having a new mindset, of reviewing what you thought was right and wrong, because your South Node is going to be on your 9th house. So you're leaving a little bit of optimism right behind you and being more realistic this time. And yeah, and of course you're going to have to decide what to do with your family, okay? I don't know what's happening with your family right now, guys, but having Saturn on your 4th house, Neptune on your 4th house, Chiron on your 4th house, and we have an ambulance going on here, if here or not. I don't know if it's going to happen an emergency. You cannot run from it, okay? Capricorns right now are dealing with some situations about emotions, family. Perhaps you want to run away from it. You will not, okay? You cannot, okay? And Pluto is going to be on the 2nd house in the next 20 years. So it's all about your value, what you want to do. Jupiter is going to switch between your 6th house into the 7th house. So I feel that the main thing during this year is deciding that you want to dedicate your time, that is so important, your time to love, okay? To love, okay? That's why I have the Lovers, and the Lovers means choice. But either way, because Capricorns are so focused in working, even every single thing fails, work will not fail me because I'm a talented person. Of course you are, the Capricorns. I'm not putting that in any question. I know that you have your own value. I know that you have your own agenda. You want to climb a mountain, you know, and just be at the top of the world every single time. But right now, there are things that are connected to your family. There are things that are connected to a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse. I don't know, but that you have to address, okay? And you have to communicate in more. And because Uranus is going to switch from the 6th to the 5th house, you can really, I don't know, fall in love. Take responsibility for your own feelings. That's a new one. Being more mindful, being more present. And I feel that you're going to enjoy a lot of this year, you know, being the company of your own emotions. Okay, so I'm going to take a card for you guys. Let's see, for Capricorn 2025, and we have La Maison and Le Monde Minéral, so Earth itself. We have De Montagne, the summer. Oh, and we have choice as well with the house. I don't know if you're going to sell a house, buy a house. It is possible, okay? It's quite possible. everything is possible, but there's a choice, you know, desert, and we have changes. I don't know if you're going to move on with someone. I don't know if you're going to change your house, country, but you know, it's quite possible that you, I don't know, start living with someone, or just be more, you know, having more time to share your life with other people, mainly your family, or someone that's really dear to you or that you fall in love with. That's amazing. So Aquarius, we have death. So do not stress yourself, okay? Death is about changing, okay? And Aquarius, we have the North Node in the second house. So money, 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 money. This is going to be the forefront of all your thoughts, okay? Saturn is going to switch them from the second to the third house. Neptune in the third, Chiron in the third. So you're going to do a lot of thinking, a lot of communicating, okay, guys? I don't know if you're going to expand an idea that you already have. Vestas in your 10th house, Pluto's in your first house, so it's changing completely the way that you are viewing the world and the way that other people view the world, because you exist in the world, which is quite amazing. And we have Jupiter switching from the 5th house to the 6th house. So you're going to expand your health. You're going to feel with a lot of energy during this year. You're going to leaving some really bad trauma, you know, behind you, because the South Node is in your 8th house. So you are no longer available to digest even more drama or trauma. You're just like, okay, I've done with it. I'm just done with it. I have to be more vocal about it. So perhaps Saturn being a third house, you're going to be sometimes a little bit logical inclined. Perhaps you're not going to be really optimistic, but because Jupiter is going to expand your health, your work, perhaps you're going to change your work, because Jupiter was in your 5th house, is going to be in the first part of the year. In the 5th house, you're going to feel, you know, really creative, inclined to create more things. But with the North Node in the 2nd house, this means money. This means earning more money, having a second job, having a side job, having a creative project that gives you money, okay, guys? So I feel that you are, you know, dealing with being more realistic, dealing with your negative thoughts in a very logical way, and sometimes positive way at the same time. You cannot forget that Chiron is in a 3rd house until 2027. So you're going to deal with negative thoughts until, like, really heavy negative thoughts until 2027. But you're being more open about it because Saturn and Neptune are in there as well. So you are feel like, okay, so this is me self-sabotaging. I've done that, okay? South Node is in your 8th house. So you are acknowledging that through your projects, through your jobs, through your creativity, you are dealing with your blockages, okay? And this is helping you a lot during this year. So I've chosen death because you are changing your skin, okay? You are transforming. Pluto, the planet that rules Scorpio, that's the archetype of death, is, you know, is changing you, and you are changing and influencing majorly every single person that's around you, really, okay? So a card for you, dear Aquarius, is we have work and we have studies. That's it, okay? Studies, we have the initiative, we have the man, we have water, that's your intuition, and your health. So guys, you're going to be so focused on your job, you're going to be focused on your finances, you're going to be focused in being really healthy and able and communicative, and being able to make a change in the world. That's it, okay? So happy 2025 for you guys. So the last but not the least, and we still have 6 minutes on my cell phone, this is Pisces, okay? And I've chosen, this is one of the major characters during 2025. Ace of Discs. Why? Because we are ready to materialize whatever the hell we want. We are going to have the North Node in Pisces, South Node in the seventh house. So we are not dealing with drama, with connections and relationships. We don't no longer have the time for it. Okay, this is not going to be our drama anymore. We have done. We have learned to say no in 2024, and right now we'll simply won't have the time. That's it. Okay. Our drama and what we have to learn is to heal things that are connected to our self-value. Chiron is still on the second house. So guys, we're going to heal things connected to value, finances, money, that you feel that you are worthy of something until 2027. Saturn is going to switch from the first into the second, and Neptune into the second. So having Mars on the sixth house and having to grab our but Mars will also be another in your seventh house and in our fifth house. We're going to feel a boost of energy. Okay, Pluto is going to stay in the 12th house, so we're going to face our fears in the forefront. There's no option for this. And of course, we're going to have Jupiter transiting from the fourth house into the fifth house, which means, and having Uranus from the fourth to the third house, it means that we're going perhaps to change the family dynamics. Perhaps we're going to sell our house and move into another place. But you are so many. So we have having the North Node in Pisces right now in the first house. The only thing there's going to be important to us is ourselves. I'm being so candid about this, so frank about this, because we are, this year is for us to just enjoy life. Jupiter is going to transit from the fourth house, that expansion of family, expansion of emotions. We're being so sensitive, into the fifth house. So the thing is, do I want to expand? Do I want to have children? It's an amazing year for Pisces to get pregnant, or to start a new project, or to start playing an instrument, or being creative in the way that you want to be creative. Okay. And perhaps you're going to sell something, because Uranus, it's going from, it's going to transit from the fourth to the third to the fourth again. And this is like having communication connected to family, or to a house, or I don't know. There's something that is connected to family, emotions, regulating all these things at the same time. Okay, and having Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron in the second house is being really mindful of our time. That time means money. That money means effort. That we don't have to be ashamed of asking for the things that we think. As I was saying that, sorry, because this has just cut, I don't know why, but I was saying that we don't have to be afraid or ashamed of the things that we ask for by our talents or our values. So I feel this has been a little bit difficult for Pisces, because first, we are Pisces, of course, and second, because this has been connected to an inner fear of not, if you are not available, we're going to be substitute. And that is not, we cannot think about that, because our talents are unique. Okay, so this is the year for making something happening, to be more mindful of our money, our time, our talents, our virtues, and to be well compensated, be acknowledged by them. That's it. Okay, guys, so this is the end. Oh, of course, I have an extra card. Of course, I have an extra card for you guys, for Pisces in the year 2025, and I have le cadeau, the present, and of course a Pisces in here, the changes. Okay, and we have hope in here as well. So any other cards for Pisces? Let's see. We have the first step and le monde animal, and we have le convoitise and intrigue. So guys, I feel that we have had a long time, to just left so many people behind us, and that's it. The changes, we are changing, everyone is changing, but having the North Node in the first house, it means we are going to be It's just like that quote, me, myself, and I. That's it. That's me, myself, and I. And we don't have to feel embarrassed um, by being in love with ourselves, and wanting to be acknowledged for what we do. That's it, guys. So I wish you all an amazing 2025. This has been a long journey. This has just like stopped 2 or 3 times. I hope that everything has been, you have understood everything that I just said. And that's it. An amazing year for you guys. Be mindful of, sharing, subscribing, what the hell you want to do with this video, and sharing with your friends and family and with yourself. And if you have any doubts, just write down there. You're completely, if it's a good, if with create, it's not creative, create, I'm just forgot the word, never mind. But just be mindful. If you want to ask anything, you just write in the comments. Okay, guys? So many kisses to you, and see you soon. Bye. And now over and out.